also do the softer issues, you know, obviously the motivation. So many young people have got no motivation or no self-esteem, like we said over here, and you know, the family have never worked, so what's the big deal? You know, why do I have to go to work? But these Gateway to Work courses are there to move people on. Once they've done the Gateway to Work, if they don't actually get work from that course, they go on to a 13-week option, and none of them want to do that 13-week option because that's either intensive job search or it's going on to a program where they're going to do basic skills or do work experience. And none of the youngsters want to do that. They don't want to be committed to something for 13 weeks. So that really does give them the push to want to go into work. So that's basically what we do, what I do. And it's a very exciting project. Armstrong Learning, apart from having the mentoring, they also have the UK-wide project for music open learning. So they work with young musicians across the UK. So although they're based in Manchester, they are around, but now we're sort of making headway into the east of England, and we're going places.
So, and the thing is that I find that is always amazing to me is that actually it's from the disadvantaged that we learn so much. So for me, I often feed that into my organisational work, whether it's a board level work, working with very senior people. Often it's the learning from those simple situations and quite basic situations that I find particularly meaningful. So, you've got a little bit of a couple of notes in your files you might want to refer to. Indeed I will, because I'd like to talk a little bit and share with you some ideas about creativity in coaching and mentoring. Because as I kind of work in the area, a lot of the things that I'm thinking about these days are about actually how can we bring about change in the individuals we're working with, who are, I use the word coachees and mentees interchangeably. How can we bring about change in those individuals? How can we make it sustainable change so that when they go away to make changes to their lives, it lasts? And how can we ourselves be changed by the experience? So, you know, I kind of grapple with a lot of those because there's a lot of very age-old issues, whether it's my fair trade work, whether it's working in different ways around leadership and change. So those are some of the things we've been thinking about. And you'll notice from this, I work quite a lot with Zolfi, Hussein and Low Law. I love that. Ho Law. And we work again together, particularly around the areas of kind of psychological change and actually the impact of psychology in terms of sustainable change. So we've been doing a bit of a creativity series, and we're looking and writing and sharing different practice around those areas at the moment. So what I'd like to talk, if I may, is share a few ideas and talk about some of the things that I think might be useful in creative coaching and mentoring. Some of the ideas and some of the concepts that we find useful. Look at some of the barriers, some of which we share with the last speaker, and some tips and hints and ideas that might be useful in the whole range of learning relationships. Because to me still those fundamental barriers are things like sustainability, where you can actually move that person from some personal insight to sustainable change, and actually how we can work within the environment